Once more into the fray, season 19, 2042-43 season. We need some wins. This Test World Championship, I do feel we've got a good chance of making the final one time if we can just get the perfect blend of our batters being how they are now and a little bit of how the bowlers used to be. We've got some big series coming up because Bangladesh is a winnable series. That could get us going. South Africa is going to be tough, but I believe we could get a result. Sri Lanka away, we could get a result. Australia have been poor in this series. We could get a result there. And then there's a World Cup at the end of the episode. We are in 7th. We haven't been 7th for 8 years. But we're back here. But we're doing it off the back of some good batting. Sonny Moabir, currently ranked 4th in the world, was at one stage number 1. Rayford Campbell in 11th. And with the ball, we've got a West Indies 1-2. So looking at teams from 2035 to now, the average 32.97. West Indies average 30.15. So we're on the lower tier of that, but our top 6 has been a lot better. And you can see over the time, we've had more and more bigger scores. Our bowling, since the Get Save game began, the test average is 32. We average 27.58. Unfortunately, with the ball, we've started to see a little bit of this since we've transitioned away from our star-studded team that blew teams away. We see a little less blown away, and we see the odd innings where we can't make breakthroughs. Now, for the first series of the episode, I had a little bit of moan about Shane Bailey. Here you go, mate. Shane O'Mac. Right, so my moan was he looked really poor in the first games we played him, but his first-class average sits between Moabir and Campbell, and the same with Dunbar coming in, 27 games, averaging 58. That's elite level stuff. Isaiah Thorne still going strong, but it's dipped off. 37 years old, averaged 43 last year in first class cricket. I am not, and I repeat not, bringing Beckford into our team ever again after last year. He was dreadful, averaged 12, averaged 20 the year before that, gone. Also, one thing that went under the radar was Samaru notched up 100 test matches last episode, and Anderson will notch up 100 this episode. Quite the incredible career for Samaru. How old is he now? 34. So he's going to be on the downturn. We've got a couple of young, good openers I've got my eye on, but I want them to have another extra couple of years in domestic cricket. But over 100 T20 internationals, 100 one-dayers, 100 test matches, 20 centuries to his name in his international career. Oh, Blackman, that's the stuff of dreams. 207. It could have been better because 49 from Islam down here, average put on 58. Wicket spread around. We lost heaps of time to rain. 3 hours 51. We're into day 2, and they only managed about 79 overs. 333 Graham Gooch. Samaru and Campbell were great. Salmon and Moabir went like back-to-back balls. Moabir gone first ball. That caused us a bit of concern, but good stability. Hilton, Bailey, Dunbar, they dug in, put on a 62, a 49 and then a 24-run partnership. It's good enough for a 126 lead. It's also pretty good when Anderson does this first over. Won by 10 wickets, bro. What's all the big deal? 5 for Anderson. We was talking about it last time. His form is quite incredible in Test match cricket. He's an incredible player, incredible specimen. We get home, we pick up the victory. We should beat Bangladesh, and we are doing. Just to put a bit of Anderson in context, his bowling average the last few years is quite incredible. He has these seasons where it's 21, 18, 17. We've got a pretty good quartet of bowlers here who's done it over the years. Anderson's got 36 3-wicket hauls, 23 5-wicket hauls. His wickets per match is better than Gamroop and Thorne, and we all know how good they've been. His strike rate's in line with Gamroop, but his economy rate is the best. So you could make a case saying he's the best out of the lot. And we like it so much, we like him so much, we like what we've just done so much. We're 5 stars and we're going unchanged for the second test. Decider. What a moment this is. They had a massive partnership. Altaf and Haydir going great. Blackman has just come on and gone 2 in 2. He nicks off, you could say he threw his wicket away, but very first ball to Hassan, he's got us back in this contest. What a turnaround that is. That's just outstanding from Blackman. He gets 2 for 58. He doesn't get the plaudits normally, but I just want to call out how pivotal that was, because 138 partnership was broken. They were 3 for 206 and 241 all out. 196 run lead. We owe it to our 6 and 7 hole. We've been saying for a long time, if we can fix 6 and 7, we fix our batting a little bit more. And we saw it from Bailey. He had a poor start to his Test career, but he's played 2 decent knocks this series. I'm going to take it. And Dunbar, I wasn't happy with his start to Test cricket. Well, he's gone and bagged a century. 110 not out, 75 against England. Fitting into that 7 hole pretty good. We've got a 196 run lead to play with, and the pitch is already uneven. Oh my days, we are we are up against it massively. Altaf 245. We dropped in 7, played a miss. He had good luck, good fortune, but a great knock. He is the genuine real deal. 55 first class average, 42 average in Test match cricket. We've got a problem with Bakash. It's not quite there, is it? It's not quite there. His numbers don't weigh up to what it looked like he might be. And now we're in a really tricky position on an uneven turning pitch. Day 5, chasing 3-3-4. We do win sometimes. 146 to win with 1 session to go, 7 wickets remaining. I'm inclined just to bat normally for a while and see what happens. We scrape a draw. We gave it a good go. When Salmon went for 92, we were in trouble, and we started seeing the wickets tinker away, but we hold on. We've drawn 3 games in the entirety of the save, and 2 of them have been in the last 3 Test matches. Dunbar, Samaru, Bailey, Campbell, Salmon. There's a lot to like about what the batting has gone and done in that contest. But back with the ball. I know the pitches are seamer friendly, and he adds a little bit with the bat, but we were just better when we had Ned. A good Ned is a good team. This is a moment in time. We've moved back up to number 6, but we're playing against South Africa. So this is a huge contest for us. Moabir and Campbell in the top 11, which is pretty decent. And with the ball, Anderson drops off from the 1 hole. Can we go and hang at this level? There is this guy, Tyrone Alley, that's come in. Now, he got the most wickets in first-class cricket last year. He's only 24 years old, and he's only got 1 season under his belt. But that's a watch this space. Matara's still going strong, 36 years old. 67 fifers. What an incredible specimen. We only played him a few times. It was expensive, a 4 economy. It didn't quite work for us. A few changes to the team. Let's have a look to see what the pitch is doing and work out. It's a batting wicket. But with Blackman out, Francis is going to play. Bakshi's there. I did bring in Ali, and it did want me to play him, even though he's only played 1 season. It also wanted me to play this guy, Fuller Murray. Now, he's never played a first-class game, but he's got a record of 42 average in ODI cricket, and that stands better than Rayford Campbell. Now, he is 27 years old and never played, and it wanted me to bat him at 3. Imagine making your first-class debut in a Test match. But we're going to stay as we are. Dunbar, Moabir, Campbell, all averaging over 40. Samaru, Salmon, Hilton, pretty good. Bailey's just started to make some inroads. This could be a tough deck for us to bowl on with this long a tail, so I am quite tempted to make a change and pick an extra bowler. Again, we've got a few different faces in here. We've got Semple and we've got Moore. Both of them have been playing ODI cricket for the West Indies. Moore slightly better with 143 wickets at 28. But 5-star. Let's go. Let's see if we can hang. Literally the second ball of the innings. No hanging here. Well, lunch looks interesting. 73 for 7. Henderson's taken 5. 3 in literally about 2 overs. 51 wickets at 16 in T20s, 105 at 27 in Test cricket. He's having a day out. We end up on 150. Speedball Sean Bailey was 63 off 115. There's nothing speedball about that. We have been humbled. We're quite a long way behind, obviously, because we only scored 150. 271. This isn't a bad performance. Keep batted really well. Was a mainstay of their innings through many of the top order partnerships, which all got in and got some scores. It was better from back. I pick on him, but it's not picking on him. It's just trying to go, we need a spinner. Are you performing? he was slightly better. Somehow we've got a score, but we've been butchered again. 5 for 82, 6 for 134. Dunbar goes and scores a century, Test match century number 2 in 5 tests. This is quite an impressive innings because he's in the 30s and then batting really aggressive, and he goes and bags 100. Ellsworth is causing us problems. He's taking top order wickets, 232 wickets at 27 in his career. South Africa just look a much better team. And they knock off 150 for non-down. The problem wasn't the bowling, even though we lost by 10 wickets. The problem was we couldn't score any runs. That's hustle. That is loyalty and it's respect. Backs 4 for 42 on day 1 of a test match. They had no right to take 4 for. Keat has had a great series. 3 really nice 50s and is just a nice mainstay at the top of their order. But kudos to what we've gone and done on this pitch. We've got a bit of tail wagging going on here. Dunbar with 42, but Francis with 31. I'm a big fan of that. 350s in his career. He did bits for us, and Campbell looked good. Samaru looked good. Hilton looked good. It's not a bad score. Considering how poor we were first test, it's not a bad effort. It's going to be tough, because not for the first time this episode, we've been done by one guy. Keat, 188. We literally don't look like getting him out. Yes, we dropped him. Yes, these things happen. But he has played incredibly well this series and been just indismissible. For the most part, good partnerships throughout the middle to keep them going. A 173, a 107 and 99. Made it really tough for us. We're going to need 284. Don't think we've got it in us. 75 to win with 3 wickets left. Dunbar on 30. They've just taken the new ball. Probably not. Lose by 19. Dunbar gets to 50. Anderson 22. We go down 2-0 in South Africa. Is that we're not as good as these teams on a daily basis at all. We're just not there. And we had a poor series with the bat. Campbell, Samaru not good. Moabir was dreadful. Salmon, hey, what are you doing? I've gone fishing, mate. And with the ball we weren't good either. But even with that, we almost pulled off a 1-1 series tie. I'm starting to look at things like Hilton and going, is it time? 35 years old, 122 test matches, 16 centuries. The kid's been an absolute legend for us. He averaged 43 last year with no centuries. 45 the year before, but he's not scored a run. And I am chomping at the bit to get Fuller Murray in this lineup. I want to keep going with Salmon. I feel there's something there, but again, maybe just running out of time. We're being propped up by Campbell, Moabir, and also Dunbar and Bailey have come in and done a really, really nice job. Both of them middle order batters, so not a number 3. Luckily, Murray, he's not in anything. I'm doing it. Murray's coming in, debut. So 1, 2, 3 of our top 7 played less than 7 tests. Blackman's back as well, so he can come in for Francis. We're going to need a bit of that. We're going up against Sri Lanka. Contest we could win. It's going to spin. The backs could come into play. Sometimes you hit record and it's just not your day, is it? Look at that. What do you even do with that? We're out of this game. We are a mile behind. Baksh takes 5 for 92. But Aziz at the top of the order, he scored runs against us for 32 test centuries and 14,000 runs. Some guys on this game just have a really, really good run of it, and he did there. Oh, it's his first century, but 650s against us as well. We've dropped a declaration in. We score 505. They need bat 300 to win. Moabir with a century. Murray 65 on first class debut. Can't hit the ball straight, but that's a good knock. 89 for Samaru, 75 for Bailey. A lot of good stuff there. I think we've just saved ourselves a bad test defeat in Sri Lanka. Yeah, match drawn. It's going to be 3 for Hughes, 2 for Baksh. We've pulled a rabbit out of the hat not to lose that contest and keep ourselves in the series. Sri Lanka are way below us in the test ranking, so anything other than a winning series here is seriously going to damage us. Even the draw doesn't help with the Test World Championship. I've got a feeling if I did this series for 50 years, I don't think I'd reach the pinnacle. Do you see the change? What are we doing? Well, we're making a sweeping change because that's what we do. And Hilton, 123 test matches, is done. His form has gone. I'm making up stories, but his eyes have gone. Consistency's... Well, he's consistent at something else now. So Murray's going to be at 3. Bailey moves up to 5. Dunbar 6. Batch at 7. Longer tail, but going with the extra bowler. We are taking 2 spinners into this contest against Sri Lanka. And we are giving Ali a debut. That's not a 2-5-7 pitch if ever I've seen one. Whenever we move to just having 6 batters, but we've got an all-rounder at 7, it doesn't quite work out, and we're fragile at times. Mo Beer was great with 96. It's such a shame his 100 scoring prowess is gone because he's thrown away a lot of hundreds over the last year. But 2 spinners. Let's go. 23 behind. I'm going to call this out. Ali on debut at 24 years old after 1 season where he got the most wickets was incredible. 2 for 38 going at 1.9 and over. I think that is such an amazing effort. Economy rate of 3 in first class cricket. Batch was going at 4s. He was the guy that got the nod to bowl the majority of the overs. I think we've done well to pull that back. Oh crap, we've made a mess of that. We've got a good score, 382. But I upped the aggression on Dunbar and Moabir, and we literally lost all our wickets in the space of about 4 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gone in 5 overs. It fell apart. It's a decent knock. They need 360 to win. They've got a long time to do it. And we win. It's a good win as well. I am stoked with that. We've won the series, which we didn't deserve to win. Ali's come in and taken 4 for 58 and become the lead spinner. But he gave us 5 bowlers, which I actually think generally is a good place to be. Moabir has been absolutely excellent, averaging 86. Murray's come in, batting at number 3 from out of nowhere with no first class experience, average 44. But yeah, just good. Just a really good, solid win. What's it do? 85 points. The gap between us and South Africa is actually quite a lot at the moment. Moabir puts himself back into the top 10, which I love to see. But our bowling with the seamers, you can see it's on the downturn. In Australia, and we've got injuries. Murray is out for 11 days. Interestingly, wanted to bat Ali above Baksh as well, which gives me some good confidence. It's definitely not a 2-spinner sort of day. So we've got the option, we could play the extra seamer, but Hilton is going to hold on. He's being recalled after being dropped, but he's going to bat down at 7. Dunbar and Bailey looked pretty good at 5 and 6. They're the future of the team. It's 5-star against 5-star. We don't play against Australia often. 5 and 4. Only 9 games over the entirety of 19 seasons. But we've won some, we've lost some. But I think the story of Australia is quite interesting. They start at the top. They've been down, but they're slowly just starting to come back on the rise, up to 92 points. This is as high as they've been since season 4. Dangerous team. Why did they struggle? Well, they've got all these old players that are great, but when they retire, who's going to come in? 290. Not a bad score because there was quite a lot of rain around. Blundell and Cracknell did very well from at the top and then just starts all the way down. Kudos to Ali. Overcast conditions, still bowled 11 overs, still gave us control and still picked up 2 of the top 6 wickets. It's overcast conditions. It's the worst time to bat in the entirety of the 5 days. Yeah, and we're about 100 runs behind as well. Bailey with 84. He may just be, after that first season, the real deal. Averages 50 in domestic cricket, 38 now in this form of cricket. But tail got blown away. Seamers have done us wonders here. Bowled them out for 197. Anderson 5 biggies. But a big partnership, 54 towards the end, 50 for Costa, 44 for Birch, has pushed it up to 297 to win. Could we beat Australia on an average turning pitch knocking off 300? The game says no. We have a good session though. Samaru smashes 76 off 126, 141 for 1, chasing 156 to win now. And we're home by 6 wickets. It's a Rayford Campbell century. This man steps up time and time again in the 4th or 3rd innings. 2nd innings wonder kid, averaging 44. Moabir with a 50. The Samaru soldier with 76. It could be one of his final bows out of Test cricket this campaign. 1-0 up against the Aussies. A win would be huge for us. Really glad I brought Hilton back just to... Well, what did you do for us, Hilton? Well, I scored a duck. Pitch, well, it looks a very good pitch again. Maybe a little bit more seam in it. So holding the extra bat rather than batching the lineup is a good thing to do. We're going to remain 5 stars. We're going to remain unchanged. And we're going to win the toss and bat. Wow. The Salmon wants his place back. He goes huge with 233. Where has that come from? A maiden test match century. Averaging 30. Yeah, I can't believe I dropped him. Most of the runs have come in this innings. But what a knock from him. 55 from Speedball Sean Bailey. 54 for Hilton. 46 from Dunbar. It's a great 4-7-9. And we've enforced the follow on. Blackman with 4. Hughes 3. Ali 3. Ali got home. He got Foster when he was in. He got Cracknell when he was in. What a performance from the boys. We're 2-17 run lead. Doesn't mean we're going to win. But we're in contention. We're winning. Spinners to an innings victory. And a series victory over the Aussies. Ali, yeah, okay, no problem. 5 for 28. What a performance from the kid. 24 years old. Come in. He's got a 5-4, a 3-3, a 2-4. He's touching all the numbers. 16 wickets at 15 in the series. We beat Australia convincingly 2-0. That's a great way to go. Speedball Sean Bailey looking great. Salmon coming back. Oh, things you'd love to see. Where have you been in my life? Bowlers, excellent. Puts us on to 90 points. It doesn't matter. We're 7th. The point is we're 3 points behind 4th in the table. Sonny Moabir in 14th in the rankings. Rayford Campbell in 18th. Jeff Salmon in 27th. Where'd that come from? Salmon. With the ball, well, there's a big difference going on. Gary Anderson, Raheem Hughes, Leon Blackman, all on the way down. Also, Test World Championship is awfully tight. Pakistan doing great, but awfully tight. There's another year to go. As we fast forward to the end of the episode, and we're about to enter the next season, we do hold on to 6th position. It's not a bad place to be. We're into 4th in the Test World Championship as well. There's a chance we end up 3rd. I very much doubt we'll beat Pakistan unless we have a red hot next year. But overall, we've had a good episode. We beat Bangladesh 1-0, beat Sri Lanka 1-0, lost to South Africa and beat Australia. There are worse places to be in the world. Next episode, well, it's the big one. It's number 20. I thought we would be done by number 20, but we are definitely not done yet. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll catch you next time.